Okay, so today I am riding the Alaska Highway. We call it the in Canada, they call it the Alaska Highway. In the States, we call it the AlCan Highway, the Alaska-Canadian Highway. It was built in 1942 quickly to get troops and supplies to Alaska, and it is quite the piece of engineering, done super fast. When they built it, the speed limit wasn't 60 kilometers per hour, was not 44 miles per hour, but it is at the moment going through this little section here, and this guy in front of me is absolutely not going to go any faster than that. Fine. Anyway, so the Alaska Alaska Highway was built for the war effort in World War II, because the fear was that the Japanese were going to invade North America through Alaska. They did actually hit a couple of Aleutian Islands and actually took one over for some time, but it was a distant outpost and not an issue. So ultimately, the road remained a military road until I think 1947, the sign said, and then it became a public roadway with people driving it and living off of it and all that. But along the way, you see those old camps and hotels and things like that. The older ones were actually originally part of the construction movement. They were built for the workers that were in the area, and while they were intended to be temporary, they are still around. Like in Watson Lake, there's the Air Force Lodge, which is not Air Force, but that's where Air Force officers stayed during the construction. I guess while they were flying sorties to look at survey land or something. I have no idea, but anyway, kind of interesting. But this is the AlCan Highway, deep in the Yukon. I'm going to be riding the Yukon most of the day. I'll be really lucky to get to Alaska today, but I will try. I think I can make it. Oh man, I just smeared a bug all over my helmet. Alright, I will check in later, and all the signs say, watch for caribou. Okay, sure will. So I'm pulling into Teslin, I think that's how you pronounce it, Yukon. Beautiful bridge going over this body of water. Very pretty, but it is a metal bridge deck, and a long one at that. This is Teslin Bay. Okay, Teslin Bay. Wow. This bridge deck is very exciting. The knobby tires hate this bridge deck. I am tracking all over the place. Oh Lord, that's a very unusual feeling. Jesus criminy. Well, enjoy the view off to that side while I stare forward. And man, look at the motorcycle. It's just, you gotta just not fight it. You gotta just let the handlebar kind of, I mean, not let it go, but you know, just don't freak out. It's okay. Anyway, so this is going to be a quick fuel stop, and I might grab a snack and poof, hit the road again. And that looks like fuel and some fellow adventure bikers here at the Yukon Motel. Beamer and a Suzuki V-Strom. Nice. Regular unleaded. Oh, joy. Do not prepay. All right. As I travel, I love dogs. And this dog right here is particularly lovable. I mean, look at it. Wow. So cute. So cute. Anyway, and beautiful lake over here. Big lake. Couldn't tell you what it is. But, it's in the Yukon. So I bet it's super cold. Oh my gosh. You know, about dogs, I was reading a story yesterday. The owner of a little place that I had lunch. Anyway, he passed away in an ice fishing accident. He was out on a body of water and fell through the ice, and his dog ran like 140 miles home, like over 200 kilometers home. Once they saw the dog home, they realized something was wrong, so they went to the fish camp, and they found where he had fallen through the ice. It had already frozen back over, but he was connected to he had something around his leg, so they were able to recover him. But man, that's what dogs do. They run home to tell people. They're freaking great. Love dogs. Love dogs. Love dogs. Why would you not love dogs? Anyway, here I am, still in beautiful Yukon. So be all day. I'm starting to lose it a little bit. But that's okay. I've got enough to lose. And temperature is cool. I'm wearing my liner in my jacket, wearing my pantalones, my riding pants, and I'm still wearing my summer gloves, but I have the heated grips on, which are nice. So it feels good. I am comfortable and got a full tank of gas, so I'm good to go. Anyway, I'll check in a little bit later. If I see anything cool, I will let you know. Oh good, it is working. let me turn this down. Alright, so again, the AlCan Highway, Alaska-Canadian Highway, stunning, beautiful, amazing. It is, there are snow-capped mountains to the left of me, snow-capped mountains to the right, glaciers. It's damn cold this morning. I don't have my heated gear on. I still have my summer gloves going, but I'm doing just fine. I have heated gear with me. I'm just not wearing it at the moment. And you may be asking about visor up, visor down. What's the deal, Hawk? All right, I'll put the visor down so maybe you can hear me a little better. But generally, I keep the visor open as I'm riding, just so I feel more out in it. It sounds insane, but I used to wear a half-dome helmet in police work, and so I'm accustomed to being more open. So with a full-face helmet with the visor closed, that's about as close as I can get. So I ride with the visor open, particularly if I start to get tired, you know, it puts fresh air in my face. I wear glasses all the time, so even though I have a windshield and a visor, I could probably get away with not wearing glasses, but legally. But I'm the type of guy, I'm always going to wear glasses, if for no other reason than to protect my eyes. Wow, look at this beautiful scenery. It's, wow. I really hope you can see that. There's a little fog in the valley there. It's just gorgeous. Meeting people on the road, it happens to me every day. This morning I met Lori, L-O-R-I. She's a trucker from Las Vegas, but she was riding her BMW with a big sidecar rig that she just has full of all the equipment that she needs. And she's an outlander. She goes way out all the time. Fascinating person to talk to, and we probably spoke for 30 minutes just in front of this little hotel. And another guy came over and spoke to us. He's also riding. I think he was on a V-Strom. And both of those people that I talked to this morning mentioned Greg Holmes, my new friend in the world. He's the New Zealander I met yesterday who's riding around the world. And just amazing what a small community we've got, even though it's a huge community, but there are only 2 or 3 roads that go in this direction, and so you're going to run into the same people. It's kind of like people talk about when you hike the Appalachian Trail, people give you a trail name and whatever. This is kind of like that. You keep running into the same folks. Now, I won't run into those 3 people, the 2 I met this morning, or Greg. I won't run into them again for maybe years, but because they're headed south and I'm headed north. I met one guy headed north, just random at a gas station. Hey, how's it going? He was from California. We spoke for 30 seconds, but it is interesting to me how people on motorcycles are so good to each other. They stop and help. They offer advice without being overbearing. It's just, I'm so proud to be in this community. Just great people. Anyway, that truck, that's pretty much all I've seen on the AlCan this morning, and it's 9 o'clock local time. I'm headed toward the U.S. border. I should be there in well, I have no idea about time. A couple hours, I think. I'll be there before this gas runs out. So, at my current pace, it's saying my range is 420 kilometers. So that's, let's see, 60, 260-ish, something like that. So, yeah. I'm going slower, like 45, 50. I can ride all day, and I will probably be doing that. But anyway, just a glorious morning here in southwestern Yukon territory. Alright, well, I'm going to quit babbling and say goodbye to these mountains. I'm sure I'll show you some more later. And I'm just hoping that the weather stays good for me. So looking here ahead, there's a great lake just here. Clooney Lake? Destruction Bay? I don't know. Anyway, great spot in the world. And I think, if my memory serves right, I think the road follows the lake for a while on the other side, you know, like I loop around but I don't know. Well, here I am on the other side of that lake. It is, it's amazing. It's beautiful. Extreme dusty conditions and gravel ahead. That's what the road sign says. Oh, sure enough, here's gravel. I think I'll slow down. Well, that is still asphalt. Oh, but there's... oh, good, there's gravel on asphalt. That's nice. I've had a few patches of gravel. Just maybe 5 or 6 miles of it. Not bad, you know, it's actually okay. I've not had an issue. Oh, now this is full gravel. At least that part of the lane is. Anyway, not had an issue. Things are, you know, bike handles that better than I do. I'm still kind of nervous about riding on gravel, but with the training that I got from my good friend Dean Staples, I'm actually pretty comfortable on it. I just need to remember to trust the motorcycle. So, there's that. Anyway, and everybody falls over. That's what I learned today. Well, the lady in the sidecar, she doesn't fall over, but everyone else does, so I got mine over early. I actually fell over when I was in training with Dean Staples. I was just making a U-turn in the woods and fell over. No speed, I just lost my footing. It happens. It's alright. I'm sure I'll fall over again. I just hope it's again at low speed. So, anywho. So, that is getting into Canada from Alaska. But the checkpoint to get into the U.S. is 30 kilometers away, so another 18 miles or so. I guess because that's the first town in Canada, so they have the Canadian border guards, the Canadian customs close to town versus 18 miles away in the middle of the woods. But I guess we'll see. I topped off my tank in Beaver Creek, Yukon, and now I'm kind of jetting across to get into the U.S. So I think one more gas stop in about 100 miles, and then I'll be road is strikingly, similarly not great. It's just lumpy, that's all. Lumpy. You just have to pay attention, that's all. Anyway, the border crossing was fine. No issue. The guy did say, make sure all your cameras are off. Okay. So, I did. Anyway, but things are going pretty well for me. 297 miles to Fairbanks. That's yeah. And now I changed my motorcycle back over to miles per hour, so I have an idea of how fast I'm actually going in the world versus weird moon man distance of kilometers. I know the whole world uses kilometers per hour, but not us. And I'm okay with it. We're also the only ones that landed a man on the moon. Anyway, so I am on the way to Fairbanks, and it looks like fuel won't be a problem along this route. I've got a full tank of gas now. I just topped off, and then I'm going to I think there's a town like 80 miles in, so I'll probably top off there, because right now it's showing my range is 250 at this speed, so that means and it's 270 something to get there, so I got a little bit of I think once I top off I'll be done. Anyway, I won't bore you with all of that, but happy to be here. And I stopped, snapped a photo. Here it is. Snapped a photo there. Had to pull my bike down onto the walking path, because it's what you do when you have a dual sport. You ride it wherever you want to, and you apologize later, and you try to use a French accent, so you make people from Quebec look bad. I don't know what I thought it was okay to build down here. It's no problem. I'm sorry. I will move my motorcycle. I'm sorry. Alright, I'll check in a little bit later. And peace. Okay, so behind me, in the rearview mirror there, other than my camera, but in the rearview mirror, that is the Talk River Valley. And it was straight for probably 25 miles. Not a curve in sight. The two roads intersect 2 and 5. So I'm still on 2 going to Fairbanks. 5 runs south from the town of Talk to Anchorage. Anyway, whew, I'm relieved to find a curve at the end of that river valley, but what a pretty state. The roads are already crazy. I cannot figure out how Canada bests us in roadways, but they sure do, at least everyone that I've been on. Anyway, I'm very pleased with the scenery and all of that. Alaska has not disappointed. I met a couple guys at a gas station in Cook. One of them is from Fairbanks, and proceeded to tell me about my tires and how terrible they were and all that. And I'm like, wow, really appreciate your unsolicited advice. First jerk I've met on a motorcycle. I mean, and maybe he had a point, but can't do anything about it right now other than make me conscious of it. And to be honest, the research that I've done on the Moto Z tires is that they are perfect for what I'm doing. They're hard enough to handle the asphalt, and but still are knobby enough to handle gravel, mud, dust, all kind of crap. So, and it just kind of flew all over me. But with him was a guy from Switzerland, and that guy looked like he needed to be saved from Bob from Fairbanks. Guy was, kind of a jerk. Anyway, enough about the jerk. Look at this beautiful scenery. Real nice.
Hey riders, thanks very much for watching that video in its entirety. If you would, click over here on the subscribe button, and then the button just to the right of it, that is the bell button, and if you press that, that lets YouTube know that you want to know what I've been up to on this particular channel. So every time I post something new, they'll alert you, and that's cool. Because if I'm just doing this for me, I'm not going to be doing this. So please subscribe, be aware, know what's going on. Also below you're going to find my channels to my social media like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all that shizzle bedrizzle. You can sign up for those too. Stay alert, stay aware of what's going on. Also, I'm going to share the link to Motohawk.com. That's where you can go to make me be your ride guide to the southeast United States. If you're traveling in North Georgia, East Tennessee, Western North Carolina, Virginia, or West Virginia on two wheels, let me help you out. I've got 3 great books. They're available on the website, and there's some other cool information to share on the website too. All right, I hope that you really enjoyed the video. Be safe, ride smart, but have a great time.